Welcome to this online practice. Today we're going to be moving into a sequence that leads us up to natarajasana, King Dancer's pose. So we'll be working the glutes, really strengthening the hip flexors, and there's some more creative sequencing in there for you to play with. So to start, you may need a strap. So if you're taking your yoga strap, then it's best to take a little loop in there to start. So enough that you can just pop your foot in there when we come to do our first round of dances. Now also option to have 2 blocks at the front of your mat, and they might come into handy when we're doing some of the hip flexor work. Good, so we're going to start on the back. So lying down. Feet on the mat and just give them a little wiggle, feel earth, and then let the knees draw in towards each other. Maybe the feet come a little wider. Settling the body down to earth. Start to notice the breath. Notice where you're breathing and how you're breathing. If the breath is long or short, and naturally where you're breathing. Lungs, belly, chest. Arriving into the practice, we arrive into the breath. Consciously lengthening the inhales and the exhales. Take the breath deep down into the belly, feeling space as you inhale, and surrender as you exhale. Lengthening the exhales slightly longer than the inhales. And then lifting the knees, draw the knees in towards chest. Give them a hug, a nice hug inwards, little rock from side to side. And then one hand on either knee as we take circles, massaging the lower back onto the mat. And reversing the direction. Coming back to center, knees at a 90-degree angle. Arms can be alongside the shoulders or just down alongside the waist. And then big inhale. Exhale, drawing the abdomen in as you slowly let the knees come side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the side. Starting to wake up the abdomen here, stretching out the sides of the body a little. Leaning into the twist, but only as far as feels comfortable with still warm up. So just gently side to side, working with the breath. Inhales draw you center. Exhale. Abdomen switches on as you take the knees to the side. Good, and then feet come back down to mat. Give the toes a little wiggle, make sure the knees are underneath, the heels are underneath the knees. Spread feet, hip width apart. Knees should be hip width apart, and as we move, they stay hip width apart. Arms alongside the body, and we start to rock into the pelvis, finding that pelvic tilt. So exhaling, flattening the lower back to the mat. Inhale, lift, and find that little space between the back and the mat. Exhale. Inhale. Good, and then exhale, flatten the lower back and lift the hips, tailbone points towards the knees. Keep the glutes switched on. The fingertips are reaching towards the heels, the upper back is opening. Tailbone towards the knees. And then we'll do 3 rounds of a little work through the glutes. So exhale, lowering halfway. Inhale, squeeze glutes to lift. Exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale, last one. Awareness in the glutes. You squeeze them to lift the hips. Open through the front of the hip. Exhale, coming all the way down. Draw knees into chest. Take a little rock. And then rocking on the spine. And we'll come up, feet to earth, hands back. So we'll take a few rounds of this next little bit. So hands point towards the hips, find enough space, and then press down, lift up. Inhale. Take a breath. Exhale, coming down. Hips touch the floor. Keep that chest open as we lift the legs. And then hands come towards the inner knees. Chest opens. And then second round, feet down. Fingertips point towards the hips. Press feet. Use the glutes to lift. Neck in line with the spine. Exhale, coming down. Arch through the spine. Keep that opening. Lift the legs. Draw the legs towards the chest. And then hands come to the inner knees. Maybe you open it out. Good. Feet come down. Next round, fingertips again pointing towards hips. Inhale, we start the same. Squeeze the glutes to lift. Take a breath. And then coming down, keep that arch opening. Into our natarajasana, boat pose. And then draw the knees in, roll on the back. We come up to malasana. So if you're finding that little sequence hard, stay in your little boat pose. And then hips come down, feet in front, hands behind, second round like this. Inhale to lift, take a breath. Come down, open chest, legs towards chest, opening out. Knees in towards chest, round the back, send it up. Good. And from here, hips come down. The last round is slightly different. So fingertips point backwards this time. Feet again hip width apart, spread them out, press them down. And then one arm's going to reach across, opening through the back. And then we'll sweep it back round. Hips come down, arm comes across until the hand comes back. Switch sides, the arm sweeps around, the hips lift. And then we're coming back round. Hips come down, hands come down. From here, straight into our boat pose. Maybe lifting a little higher. And then knees roll in. Rock. Feet down, malasana. We all meet here. Take a breath. And then press feet to rise. Good, using those glutes as we rise. And we're coming up to Tadasana. So feet hip width apart, give them a little wiggle, toes spread out, find earth, and allow the weight to sink down into the feet. A little bend through the knees, and feel as you bend through the knees, you switch on the glutes a little bit here. And then as you stand tall, the muscles above the kneecaps rise towards the hips. Tailbone points down, abdomen drawing in. Find center through both sides of the waist. Nice and long. Roll the shoulder blades up, back and down the back, and then find space between them. Take the back of the head back and draw the chin in, lengthening up through the crown of the head. Good. From here, from natarajasana, we're going to shift the weight back into the hips. Sit back. Sweep the arms forwards. Keep the glutes switched on. Good. Then inhale, coming back through Tadasana. From here, we shift it into the toes. We lift up. Keep that engagement. Legs strong, glutes strong. Coming back down. Coming through center, Tadasana. And then sit back. Glute switch on. Press it back, reach the spine tall. Inhale through center. Feel the earth. Shift up onto the toes. Crown of the head rises. Keep the legs strong. Exhale, take it down. Hips back. Good. Inhale through center, last one. Coming up. And then taking it down. From here, hands press. We shift the hips down. From standing at the front, we're going to take the weight into the right leg. We'll lift the left. From here, we're going to do 5 tap backs. So tapping the foot all the way back. They can be a little bit shorter or a little bit longer, depending on what feels good. But try and keep the body really steady and center line. 4 and 5. Good. Back to center. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, shift the hips back, engage. So we come down through center, left side. So the right leg lifts. Tap back. So the knee draws back in next to the front knee. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, sweep up through center. Exhale, coming down. This time, right leg standing again, and we're doing little heel taps. So the point of this one is to try and get the leg, so the heel draws towards the bum without taking the leg out sideways. So a lot of the time in dancer's pose, people come out sideways, but we're trying to train the body to stay pretty center line so we can keep the core switched on. Good, 5 of those, and then switch sides. Try and stay nice and low. Body nice and stable. 4, 5, good. From here, big inhale. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, root hands, step the feet. Plank. From plank, we shift it forwards, take the knees down, cross the ankles, 3 rounds of chaturanga press. So half chaturanga, inhale, take it up, exhale to lower, inhale, take it up. And third round, we come all the way down. Take the forehead down and really stretch the legs long. Stretch the toes back as far as you can. And as you stretch the legs long, feel that the lower back, that we bring some length in here. So you should feel that lengthening, and then you can lift the abdomen a bit towards the spine, turn the tailbone so it points back towards the heels, finding that engagement through center line. Good. From here, we're going to take the right hand to the right glute, give it a little prod, switch them both on, squeeze the glutes in. And then 5 rounds, lifts of the leg with the glute working. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale. Inhale to lift, take it down. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, lift and take it down. Switch sides. Left hand to the left glute. Your forehead will still be down. Strengthen, lengthen that leg. Squeeze the glute to lift. And down. Lift. and down. 3, 4, and 5. Good. Make a little pillow with the hands. Turn the head to one side. Take a breath. And then coming back to center. From here, forehead down, arms come back. Switch on both glutes. Strengthen and lengthen the legs. Take them up and back. Keep that lower back long by pointing the tailbone and drawing the abdomen in and up. And then from here, we open the chest, open the gaze, opening out into Shalabhasana. Palms face down, fingertips draw back towards the back feet. 3 more breaths. And exhale down, make a pillow, turn the head to the other side. Little shake out through the lower back. And then set the hands, tuck the toes, up and back, downward facing dog. From here, right leg comes up and back. Draw knee to chest as you draw forwards into a plank. And then inhale, take it up and back. From here, step the right foot forwards, place that foot down. Shift the hands forwards, they can be on the earth or on blocks. And we're taking 5 rounds. Drawing back knee in, it touches next to the front knee, step it back. In and back. 3. Keep the glutes working, body stable. 4 and 5. Good. From here, we lower the knee down on the outside of the right foot. So both sitting bones will come down to earth. Press that front foot down, either being here or you can lengthen out the leg that's tucked if both sitting bones aren't rooting down. Right hand behind the right sacrum. Inhale to lift. Exhale to twist. Take the elbow on the outside edge or arm drapes across the knee, drawing the leg in towards center. Big inhale to lift through the spine and exhale to twist. Taking the gaze over the back shoulder. Big inhale and exhale back to center. Drawing the feet in, Malasana. And then press it up, just standing. Big inhale, exhale to fold. Root the hands, step the feet downward facing dog. Take a breath and then left leg sweeps up and back. Knee draws in towards chest. Inhale, sweep it up and back. Step foot forwards. Again, blocks as an option underneath the hands at either height or the hands on the earth. So we step the back foot in and tap it back. Good. 3, 4, and 5. Take the knee behind, take it down. Both sitting bones rooted. So either the knee, the leg, back leg is here, or you can lengthen it out. Left hand behind the left sacrum. Inhale to lift the right. Big inhale. Exhale to turn. Inhale to lift. Exhale, elbow can come on the outside of the knee, or maybe the arm drapes across the leg. Breathing here. Every inhale you rise, and every exhale you turn a little deeper, maybe taking the gaze over the back shoulder. Good. Inhale back to center. Unravel the legs. Malasana. Press feet, lift it up, glutes work. Good. From here, One vinyasa, either full or you can take a half vinyasa. Big inhale, exhale to fold. Inhale to lift. Exhale, folding, root the hands, step or jump the feet. So either half vinyasa or you shift forwards. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Gaze comes forwards, bend the knees. Jump or step to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale sweeps you all the way up and open. Exhale, hands down through center. From here, we're going to start our sequence. So feet hip width apart and really get that sense of earthing into the feet. Take the weight nice and low. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, bend the knees. Shift the hips back a little bit. Arms reach forwards. And then hands down through the center of chest. Press the hands, get that balance. And then weight shifts onto the right leg. Tap the left foot back. Bring it back in. We're going to rise and take the ankle of the left leg. Hand can come to chest here as we lower and lift. Lowering and slow step back. We're coming into warrior one with the feet. So hip width apart, back toes are just slightly pointing out, front knee over the front ankle. Front hip flexor is drawing the front hip back, and the left glute is drawing the back of the hip forward. So we're trying to shine the hips forwards without really cranking them. So from here, draw the pelvic floor up and in, lifting up, abdomen to spine, tailbone points down, and then length through both sides of the waist as we lift and lengthen into our warrior one. Strong through the feet, rising high. Good. From here, we're coming into warrior three. You can either take the arms long, keep them there, or first round, you can take the hands to the hips. Shift the chest forwards, take the weight into the front foot, lift off, both legs extend at the same time as the front chest moves forwards and down, back leg comes up, and you try and find that balance. Steady the breath, steady focus. And then our transition, bend both knees, and we come to take the ankle, the back foot as you draw both knees into center line. From here, if you don't have a strap, keep that ankle. If you do, we're going to grab the strap. Take the loop around the foot. Strap comes over the shoulder. And then threading the strap over the shoulder, knees together to start. And then walking the hands back. Press the thigh, squeeze the glutes, open through the chest. Forearms press towards sky, and you slowly walk the hands back to where it feels comfortable. Once you've found your balance, lift the gaze a little bit, find a horizon of focus. One more breath. And exhale to release. From here, we sweep the leg forward. Draw the chest forwards a little bit to balance. And exhale to release. Good, take a breath. And second side, inhale. Sweep it up, shift those hips back. Squeeze the glutes. Hands draw in towards the chest. Take the weight into the left leg. Reach the right high. Tap it back. And then bring it back in. From here, we rise, take the ankle. Both knees next to each other. Big inhale to rise. Exhale, we lower a little. Inhale, you rise again. And then slow-mo as you lower, you take that foot back. Warrior one, left side. So rooting through the feet, back toes just slightly turned out, hip width apart. Front knee over the front ankle, front hip flexors drawing the hip back, back glute is pressing it forwards. Finding balance here as we lift it up, length through both sides of the waist. Tailbone pointing down, abdomen draws in. Alignment here, hands can be together or shoulder width apart. Take a breath. Find that warrior spirit here. As we transfer into warrior three, hands can come down to the hips. Shift the torso forwards over the front leg and then extend out through the back leg. Steady balance, steady focus. And then first transition, hand to the back ankle as you transition up to standing, knees touch. Good, and then if you've got your strap, again, we're taking the strap around the ankle. And then we drape the strap over the shoulder. Knees to touch, little bend through the standing leg. And then extending, both legs strong. You start to walk the hands back, press with the thigh, little flex through the heel, open through the chest, press the forearms up towards sky. And exhale, calming back down, release strap, send the leg forwards. Little core strength here. Draw the chest forwards a little bit. And back to center. From here, inhale, we sweep up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, half lift. Hands root down. And then either stepping back to your downward facing dog, taking a little rest. Or you can come through to plank and shift it forwards and come through either half chaturanga or full chaturanga, upward facing dog or cobra, and meeting in downward facing dog. Take the gaze forwards, bend the knees, jumping or stepping to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, we lift it all the way up. Exhale down through center. Okay, second round. So feet hip width apart. Sweep the arms up, shift the hips back. Hands come down through center, right leg standing to start. So take the left leg, we tap it back. We inhale, bring it forwards. Take the ankle, stand up. Hand to chest, lower. Lift. Lower. Step foot, warrior one. Inhale, lift the arms. Inner thighs drawing towards each other, pressing down through the feet. Lifting up. So for this round from our warrior one, either staying here, taking the hands to the hips, or we shift it forwards with the arms nice and long. Also option to take the arms out to the sides. And then bend both knees, take the ankle, draw it into center. Standing up tall. Inhale, reach the front arm. So right arm long, little flex to the back foot. And then we're opening through the chest, pressing back with the thigh, switch on the glutes. Breathing here, lift the gaze a little, find a steady focus. And then inhale. Maybe keep high if you can. Sweep the leg forwards. And opening into that little abdominal lift. Good, a little higher. And exhale to release. Good. Second round. Inhale, sweeping it up. Exhale to fold. Oh no. Inhale, sweep it back up. We'll inhale to lift the arms, shift the hips back. Hands come down through center. Picking up the right leg this time. Step and tap it back. Inhale, bring it forwards. Take the ankle, other hand to the chest. Lowering down. Lifting up. Lower down, and we come through to warrior one. Press feet. Lift the arms. Inner thighs drawing towards each other. Balance the hips. Reaching tall from the hips up towards the sky. And again, second round here. So we're coming from our warrior one. Maybe the arms stay nice and long. As we shift it forwards, arms extend. Good. 2 more breaths here. And then transition, bend both knees. Take the right hand to the right ankle. Lift it up to center. Knees touch. Left arm reaches high. And then transition into dancers. Squeeze the glutes, open the chest. Keep the shoulders balanced. Gaze a little higher. And then inhale. Back to center, sweep the leg forwards. And take it down. Good, take a breath. From here, we're coming down. Either we're going to take the feet a little wide. Inhale, either coming down and staying in Malasana. So here, spine is nice and tall, sitting bones drawing down, spine rising high. Maybe if this doesn't feel super comfy, you can take some props underneath the heels to raising up a little bit. Get a little higher. Good. Or if it's part of your practice, you've been practicing with me recently, then we're coming into crow. So option to have a block for the head to rest on, or just placing the hands, little grip to the fingertips. Shifting the arms nice and long. Take the legs into the upper outer edges of the arm and then shift the weight until you can start to lift the heels towards the bum. Staying as long as feels good. Playing with that little balance between shifting forwards and back. And then we all come down. Hips come down to earth. Feet spread. And take the fingertips back. Take a moment here. Open chest. From here, taking some back bends again. So we use one arm to reach around. It guides us up towards sky. Opening out. And then exhale all the way back round. And coming down. Switch sides. Inhale, opening out. And exhale, coming down. Second round, maybe you take a little deeper. Inhale, coming down. To come all the way round, the fingertips need to draw in center of the hand that's down and they draw back. And second side. Maybe coming to touch. Good. And then back down to center. From here, we'll lengthen out through the legs, Dandasana. Take a breath. And then a little bend to the knees maybe, as we shift the tailbone so it points back. And then you're either coming in with the legs long, heels pressing, toes up towards the sky. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale to fold. Or if this doesn't feel so good today, then either options to take a block. Take the hips so they just pivot off the edge of the block, and then coming in from here. Or bending the knees up towards chest and just working with that connection of chest drawing towards knees, lengthening through the lower back. Good. Inhale, we're all coming up. And then we're going to take the back down. And the knees come wide. Feet about mat width apart. And like we did at the start, we're just... Oh, we didn't do this at the start. We did the compact legs. Okay, we're taking windscreen wipers. So exhale, the knees go over to one side. Inhale, we lift up through center. Exhale to the other side. Here we're closing the eyes and really tapping into the breath, arms alongside the shoulders. Releasing any holding in the glutes and the abdomen. Just massaging the work we've been doing. And then inhale up through center. Maybe drawing the knees in, have a little last hug. And then we extend out. Legs come long. Coming into the breath. Steady inhales and steady exhales. Staying down with the eyes closed. Notice the breath. Start to extend the exhales longer than the inhales. Allowing the body to surrender on every exhale. Reawakening the breath. If you want to stay in your Shavasana longer, then option to stay down for a little while. But if you're awakening, bring that breath, that energy into the hands, into the feet, giving them a little wiggle. And then when you're ready, stretching out. Drawing into a little ball, and then either rocking to one side or rocking up to seated. as we come to sit at the end of class, letting the hips be heavy, the crown reaches high to the sky. And then inhale, sweeping the arms out wide, gathering that energy. Draw it down into the heart center. Bow the head to the heart. Thank you for practicing today. I hope you enjoyed this natarajasana King Dancers practice. Namaste.